Hey Tucker, I got a couple of questions about the back patio, man. Really just stuff that's coming up since the framer's looking at it, so I apologize about the delay. But he stated that these dashed lines right here against the right side of the ruler are where the lamb beams would be. I didn't even realize, but it makes sense that there's going to be lamb beams coming across there, right here. You could say, and I didn't realize that at all. I thought I was going to have a smooth transition from right here, and then the ceiling would just go up. But it makes perfect sense, so I understand why the lamb beams are there. My question to you, is there any way we can put the lamb beam, I have not asked him this yet, but can we put it on top of another beam and just cut it at an angle, or do we not have enough roof pitch? In other words, can it sit on top of this lamb beam and be cut so that the ceiling joist then hang on the bottom of this beam, if that makes sense, right? So this lamb beam is now in the attic, I guess you could say, right? Kind of like when I was remodeling houses and I would get rid of a wall. I wouldn't put the beam in the house. I would typically put the beam in the attic over two supporting walls and then hang off of it if I had to, a lamb beam. So if I could put the beam on top of this, and the beam would just get cut, the lamb beam would just get cut to sit on top of the wall. Just don't know if we have enough clearance for all that. So just wanted to know your thoughts on that. If we could do that on both sides, obviously then I would have a nice, clean, flat ceiling without these big beams hanging down 16 inches or whatever it is right here, okay? So that's my first question. Second thing is right here with the fireplace. Originally, April had just kind of drew this out, and she did this like while we were standing at the brick at Acme and Mike Baker Brick. So she drew out this little fireplace. So what you see right here, this piece, this is what she drew, okay? She did not draw out the rest of it. So now that I got that circled, and you see what she drew out, and she did this, so it was, she was figuring about 12 foot right there. But we are gonna go with the 12-foot ceiling in the back, so let me preface that. We're going with the 12 foot. I actually saw one, it doesn't look bad at all, so I'm gonna just stick with it. So now that we're going with 12 foot, you can see I drew out the 22, and I drew out the height of the 12, so I'm drawing out that back wall, okay? So this is not where she thought that was gonna be the top of the cathedral. Is not even close, right? So I have this massive 23 foot tall to the peak. So I can't put a 10 or 12 foot down rod, right? For a ceiling fan, it's just look ridiculous, and you probably can't even do it. So she suggested possibly flat topping this thing, okay? So obviously ignore these lines. That would be gone, right? This thing's gonna keep going up, okay? But she suggested maybe doing a flat top cathedral. So my question to you is, how much do I flat top it? Do I flat top it at 10? Is there some type of calculation that you guys use as architects and all that to say that if I go X amount of feet up the wall right here, then I can come X amount of feet across? I just don't know what's going to look good. I don't mind having a tall fireplace, but I don't want a 23 foot tall brick fireplace or have to deal with the ceiling fan right there. So anyway, just looking for your thoughts on that. Let me know what you think, man. I'm just trying to get some insight, I guess, some advice. Thanks, Tucker.